With peace efforts stalled between the Israelis and the Palestinians, Hamas has spearheaded a movement to declare its love for President Obama. But some say too much love may strain U.S.-Israeli ties. Joining us right now is Abraham Foxman, the author of a brand new book called Jews and Money, the Story of a Stereotype. And we'll talk about that in a moment. Good morning to you, Abe.
How are you? To be here.
Fine, thank you very much. You read that New York Post item talking about how Hamas loves the president. What'd you make of it?
Well, it's not serious. It's mischievous. The only thing I want to hear from the Hamas that they're ready to make peace. They're not ready to make peace. So do we really care what Chavez says about the president? Do we really care what Castro says? Right. It's part of their propaganda game.
What about a couple of days ago where the president seemed to be lecturing the Israelis about the settlements in Jerusalem? Jerusalem is not a settlement. That is the capital of Israel.
Right. Well, this is something that I still don't understand why this administration hasn't learned from the mistake of its past. By raising this issue, it's keeping peace talks from happening. The issue is not settlements. The issue is not Jerusalem. The issue is whether or not the Palestinians are ready to end the conflict. If they're ready to end the conflict, they should be at a peace table. If they're at the peace table, you'll deal with settlements, you'll deal with Jerusalem. And you know, they're difficult issues, but they're possible to be resolved. America can't resolve them by lecturing, by setting up preconditions. It only keeps the peace process from moving forward.
Let's talk a little bit about your new book. It's called Jews and Money.
Story of a Stereotype.
There you go. And that's what it comes down to, is a stereotype that Jews are wealthy and control a lot of stuff in America. Where does it come from?
Well, originally it comes from tied to the deicide that the Jews killed the Son of God, because it was Judas who sold out Jesus
for money,
and he sold him out for 30 pieces of silver. So the basic canard of anti-Semitism, which relates to deicide, is accompanied by Jews and money. Jews are greedy. Jews want money. They want control. So the conspiracy theories either says Jews lust for money in order to get power, or they want power in order to get money.
Right. And in your book, you talk about the history of it and you know, where some of these thoughts came from. But what's interesting as well is how anti-Semitism is kind of on the rise in this country. And right now, you would like to nip that in the bud.
Well, I was very much concerned with the economic crisis. All of a sudden, the economic crisis spurred on this canard. All of a sudden, Jews were being blamed for what was happening. In Europe, 1 out of 3 Europeans blamed the Jews for the economic crisis. In this country, 1 out of 5. So the book is basically to say, hey, learn what it's all about, stand up. These jokes about Jews and money isn't funny, and the canards can be deadly.
Read all about it. Brand new book, Jews and Money, the Story of a Stereotype. Abe Foxman, sir, thank you very much for joining us live.
Thanks.
All right. Straight ahead on this Friday morning.